Continuing with track and field, Associate Head Coach Tim Reetz, Teo Casados, Gaby Horton. Coach, this week a big one with the conference outdoor meet, but maybe kind of run down the last couple of weeks, a home meet, and then splitting the squad between a couple, and then sending a couple distance runners to California last week.
Yeah, outdoors it's all chasing weather and great competition, and so we're actually pretty pumped. Our home meet, our home track. It really is one of the fastest tracks that we run on all year, so it's always a special meet. We always run real fast, and then we kind of paired that this year with West Texas. It's kind of a known speed house of wind and legal times, and so we got to go down there and really rock it out against some pretty awesome competition. Had some very great races down there. And now building, and then Azusa, right? Azusa is where you got to go if you're a distance runner. Elite distance runners always go out to Azusa. They have 3 days of hours and hours of just distance races, and so there's always just awesome heats for whatever level. And so having Brooke and Ms. Hodges out there was awesome, and they ran incredible as well. And now, yeah, we're really gearing up. RMAC, we love it that it's close, love it that it's in Golden, kind of easy travel for us, especially after a long travel to Texas and California. And so we're really pumped. There's some pretty phenomenal opportunities out there. On the sprint side with these two, I think it's going to be the fastest RMAC meet that maybe has ever been. That's what it's lining up on paper. So being the RMAC champ means you're probably going to nationals, and that's a really fun meet to be a part of.
Speaking of that, Teo, you are a defending champ and put up some good times, including a school record this season. Maybe kind of run down what the last few weeks have been like for you, and kind of the mindset going into the conference meet this week.
The last 3 weeks have just been kind of a grind. From school to practice, just focusing on making sure I do what I need to at practice, and when the meet day comes, just all emphasis on effort, and great things happen. Like I said, I got to go to West Texas. It was a great meet, lots of energy, and broke the school 100-meter record. It was so awesome. And then coming into this meet, it's exciting. Kind of being the one to chase is a privilege, right? Pressure is a privilege, but I look forward to it, and I'm excited for all the great things I can do. So,
Gaby, we had you before the indoor national meeting, of course, qualified outdoors last year as well. What is kind of your mindset? You kind of maybe started a little bit later than the rest of the team for outdoor season, but first meet out at home, really doing well, winning all your events, and doing well 2 weeks ago as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Getting the facility record at home in the 100 was pretty cool after the conference outdoor last year that was here. I've kind of just been focusing on my mental, off of the track, and then really my physical on the track, trying to get my knee better after nationals. So I'm excited to see what I can do at conference next week.
Tim, there's a lot of different groups. I think final count was 67 athletes going to conference, which program record, definitely a large army. What are some kind of the things to watch for, and how much does that depth really help at the meet this week?
Yeah, right. It's like any big time meet, getting there is the hard part, right? Whether it's nationals, conference, even getting invited to some of these other meets that we wind up going to, getting there is the hard part. And once you're there, the track and field world is so kind of cool and unique, where 8 people line up against each other, 8 people at the exact same time running the exact same distance. There's not a defense working against us in the playoffs. We don't have to get hot for 3 weeks to win something really cool. And so being able to go to a conference championship where we just get to line up and we have 67, 68 people that made that meet to get that opportunity, and the most pure form of track and field or championship meets, where it's about effort, it's about focus, it's about what we are coming to do. And it's not necessarily about time. If you focus on time, you tend to be disappointed. But if you focus on the effort, you focus on what we're here to do, you focus on yourself. And in a championship style meet, you just go try to win. Go be top 2, make the final. Don't care what your time is. In the final, go try to win it. If you win it, your time's going to be special. It's going to be a really amazing day for you. And it's the purest form of our sport, right? All year we chase times. All year we're aware of lists. All year we're aware of different things. And then you get to the championship, and it's the purest form of 8 people lining up, who's the fastest person to hit that finish line. And it's special. We'll see people do things that we didn't think they could do. And that's what makes championship meets really special and a ton of fun. And being able to bring that much depth to where we have so many events covered is really cool, and kind of a unique experience. Not a ton of teams get to bring this many people, and so knowing that every race we're out there cheering, we're out there seeing who's who, and we're out there seeing who's the toughest people on the track. It's a lot of fun having that many people for sure.
From the athlete's perspective, talk about that purity and that just going mano a mano, and then what is it like to have that many teammates there kind of cheering you on when they're not competing?
It's really special. Coach Travis talks a lot about that we're trying to be the loudest team there, and I think that's just super cool, just supporting everybody, running when you're not competing. It's just cool having a lot of people going.
Yeah, I think just having that many teammates there is so special. From energy to just having someone there to cheer you on, it's amazing. I'm so thankful for it, and I really couldn't ask for anything more going into the meet. So
I'll start about how many people there are. Is there a level of familiarity that almost makes you feel like you're still just running at home and at practice? Does that help you guys out too?
Yeah, I like having a lot of people. It just makes it feel more like a home meet. Like I really liked having the conference at home. It was just like a practice. But yeah, I don't know. It's just even more special having a bunch of people there because it's more familiar, just faces around you that you know.
I think a big part about having more of our team there this year is that when you have such a high-level squad, you know that you're going to go and compete against the best. So getting to go to conference and knowing that I have teammates in my heat that are going to push me to be the best is I couldn't ask for anything else. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome to have people of such high level, such high talent next to me, and going to hopefully pull me and we pull each other to great things. So.
Then, Coach, from your perspective, any one athlete that we should really be keeping our eyes on, or any group of athletes you think that you're really looking at and saying, I think they're primed for a breakout?
Oh man, that's a tough one, man. 67 kids going. There's quite a few, right? I mean, these two on the sprint side are very special people, looking to do some really cool things. Our 4x1s, we're really looking to. There's University of New Mexico Highlands women are one of the best in the country, and Gaby gets to compete against Ashley Barrett, who's a superstar in the sport. And when we get pulled like that, it's incredible. And UCCS boys and us have a pretty nice little rivalry going over the last few years, and Teo getting out there to race all of their studs. And like I said, the meet as a whole is really fast. And so we're really excited to see what our studs can do. Brooke Miller, obviously, she's really been running well and chasing some things. Both Hodges sisters are really on a unique level to where we can really score some cool distance points, and we're really excited about that. Augustine Hancock in the throws, right? She's on all 3 throws. She's a pro vote in 2 of them, and see if she can get out there. Those mines throwers have thrown down some marks, and so the kind of that mano-a-mano with Og, man, she shows up, and so we're excited for that. Christina Palmer's doing all 4 throws, I think, and so it's kind of cool this year. We have lots of people doing a lot of events where these two are going to be rocking. They're going to be running 6-7 races is the goal. Talia Mills, Caitlin Pearson, they're in the multi and open events. And so we've had a lot of really cool buy-in with a lot of our players or a lot of our athletes that are really bought into. We're really going for it. We're really trying to do some really cool special things. And there's people going to be doing 10 events. There's people that might just do 1 event, right? Jab throwers always get the lucky end of the deal. They got one thing to do. But I mean, Isaac Siefkin going out there trying to win the conference. If he wins the conference, he's going to nationals. There's a great chance he's probably already in, but like having that mindset with everybody to where the RMAC level, even 7 years ago when I first got here, it was still a distance conference. And it still is obviously that. But the sprints and jumps have just come such a long way in 7 years at the RMAC level that kind of anybody winning something is probably going to nationals. And that is just the most cool, unique thing for a conference meet, because not all conferences are created equal at this point when that's the case.
Teo, kind of a question outside of track for you. A few weeks ago, you have the home meet. Your dad's here watching your brother. You get to watch him playing a big lacrosse game. He goes out and sets some records the next week. What's it been like, and how much do you guys talk about, although it's different sports, but both in season and kind of supporting each other through that as student athletes?
No,
the coolest thing was last conference. His dad got to watch his little brother win the conference championship here with lacrosse, and then came over and got to see him be the conference champion on the same day. That might have been the coolest Casados weekend, but our home meet was very cool too.
Yeah, I mean, it's so special. I mean, for me, even just sharing a dinner before a big competition with my brother and I, and getting to sit down and talk with each other about how we feel. And I mean, there's no one else in the world I'd rather sit down with. It's so cool to get to watch and support him, and then him do the same for me and be there to cheer me on. It's like no other. And then, like I said, I can't imagine how amazing it is for my dad or my family to come and watch both of us be RMAC champs in the same weekend. I mean, how cool is that? I don't think many people get that experience. So, yeah.
Who's splitting the duties this week, or how are they doing that?
I think both of them, unfortunately, are going to be in Golden. So it's a little closer to home. I'm from the Denver area. So both parents are going to be here or with us in Golden for the track and field championship. But my brother's strong. I've talked to him. He's ready for lacrosse conference here, and he's excited for it. So, yeah.
We were really hoping last week when the little brother won conference athlete of the week. And so I was doing some math. It's Teo, man, you were the fastest sprinter in the RMAC. Like, we don't know if a distance runner did something, but this might be the Casado weekend. This might be amazing.
We put him up though.
Yeah, it didn't happen. So he's just got to go win it this week now. So.
All right, question of the week. Best question. This week's question is, if you could go back to any moment in sports history, kind of what would it be and why? Any sport. It doesn't have to be track related. But what comes to you?
Personally, I think I'm going to Rio Olympics in 2016. I think watching those athletes compete is
Was that when
like
Usain
no
Bolt
other.
ran?
Yeah,
Is that
Usain
one?
Bolt. Yep, the records. Yeah, nothing like that. I don't think.
You got anything?
I'm not a huge sporty. I think just going to any of the Olympics would be super cool to watch. Yeah.
You know, my fall in love moment of track, like most 90s kids, was Michael Johnson in 1996, just doing things nobody thought was possible. So it might be that. It might be that moment of seeing somebody go out and do something that technically ran wrong. And I mean, he was supposed to and everything, but seeing that dominance for the first time in the track and field world, I don't know if you guys know this, but I was going pro in baseball. But apparently you have to hit curveballs and things like that. And so seeing another sport that I started to fall in love with, seeing him dominate at it, really lit a fire for me in the 90s. So being live at that would be pretty cool.
All right, perfect. Yeah, thank you, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
So much.